What's up guys, it's Sam SHB here. Today I'm joining Love Shack Sound for a spread and tell of my track Always Yours. So, starting the track, we've got this ARP here. I've got a low pass filter which slowly comes down just to introduce it without giving it away fully. And this is where I'll also introduce the vocals for the first time. And then I introduce the drums, but I don't give away too much. If I come to the drop, there's a few more layers going on as you move forward. This here, these vocal chops, that was done in Splice. So you pretty much drag and drop whatever audio file you want and it breaks it down into the different parts, and then you can load it up in the MIDI, choose whatever parts you want. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the start of the intro. So then coming into the build up, I've got the full vocal playing here, and then underneath I've got that ARP still on the high pass filter as well. I've got two elements of the main bass which are pumped up with reverb, not giving it away fully. Right, so moving on to the drums, it's a bit of a normal pattern for the kick. It's yeah, just two-step pattern mixed in with the one per bar pattern as well. And then with the snare, just usual positions for a snare. And then we got some layers of percussion here. Adds a bit of swing, a bit of variation so you don't get too bored. Progress the drums on further, I've got some hi-hats being played as well. These weren't the most interesting drums that I ever made, I won't lie, but got the job done. Then on here we've got another percussion loop which I got from the Drum Bass All Stars free sample pack. It was just a tester one, but it's got some stuff that I need. So that helps progress the track even more. And that is it for the drums. Alright, moving on to the drop, we've got the vocal which you've heard throughout the intro here, and then you've also got this this split little bit of break here, so it's just this start bit. So that sort of, I don't know, initializes the drop, brings it into everything else that's going on. So moving on to the basses, we've actually got 5 different layers here, just to create some different harmonics, that sort of thing. And the first one is the main sub bass. It's pretty much just a sine wave with also the, I think it's a saw wave as well. I can't remember the name specifically, but it's the one you get on the init patch in Serum. It's the jaggedy one, and it's pretty much just that with some white noise, bit of FM synthesis, that sort of thing. Loads of effects. Yeah, that's it. The next set of basses I'm going to show you is these two here. They're actually the same preset in Serum, but I've sent one to the left ear and one to the right ear on 28 and 29, and I've sent them both here for some limiting as well to do with the drums. They've just got, yeah, compression, reverb, EQing on both. That creates some width in the mix when you send them to the left and right as well. Yeah, that's it for those. Next we've got these 2 more saw waves also in the left and right ears, but not entirely, so they're playing here. These have all been sent to the same one so I can measure the levels as well. Yeah, there's not much going on with these in terms of post-processing, so there's compression and a bit of EQing on both. I would have set the same onto both because they're very similar. One's just a 7 semitones higher than the other, creates a bit more harmonics than if they were both the same. Yeah, so that's everything together. And then you got the vocals as well. So I split this up here. I would have made this unique as a sample, and also I've added a bit of attack and release to this so that it doesn't click. And what I've done with that is I've sent it to the bus. Where's it gone? There you go. Yeah, so it's got some compression, bit of reverb, bit of EQing, and also some delay, just to widen out the mix as well. There's a lot of width going on in this mix, I won't lie. Can make it sound muddy if you don't properly balance the levels though. If you just have everything too high, then it will make it sound muddy. To lead on to the next section, I've got a little riser here, just so that you know it's coming, builds up some tension. And then to progress the drop further, I've got a difference in the vocals. I replay the whole vocal sample again, and then the vocal chops as well. I also take out these two saw waves here. And then for the final part of the drop, I've got some snares rising in volume here, then the repeat of this break, and then the final variation for the melody of the main basses. Yeah, I just went a bit higher in pitch with some of the notes. That sort of thing makes it sound a bit different. Adds a lot of variation, pretty much. So coming into the second drop as well, I wanted to add a massive bit of variation to the song, do something a bit different, so I chose to go with a bit of 140. It's pretty much just slowing down the drums. Yeah, drums go slower, basses will synthesize at the same speed, but yeah, it's pretty much the only difference of how you turn it into 140 is just slow down the drums. Either that or you make a song at 140 BPM. As well, I've taken out the high-pitched saw waves. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this track. Big ups to Love Shack Sound for having me on. I've got a VIP of this coming very soon on PARTUM Audio, big up. And yeah, that's it.